check. We went like straight into hallucination or paranoia or whatever that status effect was. Oh, guys, where did you come from? I'm like just backing up into them like they don't even matter. Like, do you mind getting out of the way? I just killed your boss and the Metastromonic force is chasing after us. You guys are just gonna stand there and let me shoot you? Okay, that's cool. Think again! I can shoot this shotgun all day long! The guy must have spawned in. Come again. And that's that. Mission success. It was entertaining, I suppose. Wait, our class is now Tracker? I thought we were a warrior. I wish it would make up its mind. There's a great quote on in the archives in the temple here about class. It says that they do not call us blacksmiths because we are blacksmiths. They call us blacksmiths because we forge. I think that's a beautiful quote to describe the way the classes work in this game. I wish more games functioned with classes like this. We didn't pick up the game and just be like, oh, I'm gonna play as this class now. And then the game bound us to that class, and then we had to play as that class, and we're bound to those stats, and we can't change the, pardon me, or the way our stats work, and blah blah blah. No. They're like, you choose your stats, you choose the way you play, and then we'll give you a class based on those stats. How awesome is that? This is, I don't even know who this is. Avoid talking with the enemy, brother. You don't really think me and these F-heads are going to be friends. Okay, I'll avoid them. What? I don't even know what that means. Let's go with the first one. Nah, but you could see that they're men like us, with a lot of common points and ideals. I don't think I've ever talked to that guy. I'm gonna do a quick scan here. See if there's anybody else I can talk to that I never talked to before. Oh, there's somebody over here. Maybe I should come over here more often. I might get more of the storyline this way. Orianos. So tell me about the foreign colony. Oh, sweet! He'll tell us more about the Metastromonic. Oh, it was a mission like any other, nothing real interesting. However, I did see new representatives of the Force. Ah, there we go. What did they look like? So there was something like a werewolf, something like a woman in white, and something hopping around everywhere and running pretty quickly. Yeah, that describes them. The Carnophage, the Cynical, and the Peregrine Good prey. I hunted them pretty often. On which one do you want info? Well, let's ask about the Carnophage. Well, the Carnophage represents the bestial part within us, but also this proportion to absorb and destroy everything. It's a deadly opponent. Our scientists think that they were humans at first, morphed by the Force. Something else? Let's ask him about the Cynical. Ah, Cynical. This thing, for example, in my opinion, takes the shape of the sweetness and purity of a woman. A bit of the virginity fantasy, but in a deadly version. Oh, is that it? Well, okay, that's fine, I guess. I thought there was something more to the Cynical. Yeah, let's ask about the Peregrine. The Peregrine, actually, I have no idea what that would be. The Peregrine Forma represents our fear of the unknown and the attraction for easy and fast things. Some of them could have psychic powers, however, we don't really know much about them. Interesting. I have never found Orianos and been able to ask him all that. That is really cool. I wave my sword at you, sir. That's probably all we're gonna find. This place is just massive. Seriously, how do they build this? Familiarize yourself with the layout of this place, friends. We'll be here later. Oh, we'll be here later. So we now know, interestingly enough, the idea behind the 4 metastromonic forces. There is, of course, the reindeer, but we won't get any info on that, seeing as how that was added later in a patch. We could talk to the Oracle. Might not be a bad idea. Alright, say hello to Amaya? Most people like to call him the Oracle. Hail to thee, traveler. Traveler, why are you calling me that? Oh, do not take offense, my friend. I am calling the traveler. It should be the traveler, because thou hast the aura of one who travels and visits worlds. My name is Ahmia. So it's very. It seems a lot like Rimana, but whatever. I have the sacred duty of being the Oracle's master of this temple. How may I help thee? No thanks, I got more important things to do. An oracle, maybe you could tell me what's waiting for my future. I really don't believe in that kind of stuff, but maybe you could tell me what's waiting for me in my future. It will probably take my mind off things. Let's go with that one. Haha, I cannot do that. What I can do, however, is tell thee a legend, a tale, or rather a story concerning this temple. Art thou interested? Let's see. Why not? I'm listening. Not long ago, lived in this temple many priestesses of the Order of the Secreta. One of these high priestesses was also the wife of our most gallant warriors, himself a disciple of thy mentor. That would probably be Rimana. Without anybody knowing exactly why, the priestess decided to walk in the forbidden undergrounds, hidden underneath our temple, thus violating the sacred law. Now, I told everyone I wasn't going to try and get into the deeper parts of the game the first playthrough, but I can't resist. I have to point this out. The forest, remember we read in the archives? The forest in the beginning of the game, when we were reading in the beginning, that talked about Shinji burying all those women in there, and then the whole place exploded, but the forest was fine, and it was quarantined as sacred ground. I wonder if this entire temple, the entire temple of E.Y.E, was built upon that forest. If underneath this temple is the forest where the Metastromonic force first originated, where all those dead corpses are, where this unholy act happened for 12 years. So I don't really have a way of proving it, other than I'm making that connection here. I really feel like the Forbidden Undergrounds, hidden underneath our temple, thus violating the sacred law, is this forest that we read about in the beginning of the game. She disappeared for 3 days, and when she came back, and now he's making fun of us for not listening, which infuriates me because I'm totally listening. Oh no, I'm listening. Don't worry, my eyes just need to take a break sometime. Listen, I don't want to offend you, but your story bores me to death. I am listening. Please continue with your tale. Yes. When she came back to the temple, she was arrested and punished by her own husband, commander of the temple at this time. He had ordered her eyes put out and sentenced her to the torture of the death tree. Some other things I'd like to point out. The only other person that I can really recall who was a disciple of your mentor is Rimana. I won't get too much into that right now, because that gives away a little bit more than I want to. However, I will say that if you noticed, she had her eyes put out. The cynical monsters that we fight have bandages over their eyes. They don't see. And he even says right here, she died a week later from this torture. Oh, also, it said that they sentenced her to the torture of the death tree. I'm wondering if she was crucified. We are the culter day, the cult of God. I itself is represented by 3 eyes, 3 it being a number of the Trinity, which, if you know anything about Christianity, is a pretty big part of most Christian denominations, being the Trinity of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. So, it seems like the death tree is probably she was crucified on a cross. She died a week later from this torture. Her white immaculate robe, a symbol of purity, seemed to shine. The legend tells that the Metastromonic force took this image of the blind love to create its fearsome cynical. Our experts debate. Some of them think the cynical is rather the symbol of the desires of the flesh. I'm gonna say I think it's the symbol of the blind love, because the cynicals have no eyes. Thou should know that many rumors circulated on the significance of this woman. Some even thought her husband ordered her to go into the underground and sentenced her when she was discovered. Her husband was changed forever following this event. He has never been the same again. I must stop now because I'm expected at the red border of the known universe. Go in peace. Huh, well, thanks for the story then. I don't know what the red border of the known universe means. Probably something else symbolic, but I just don't know. I'm also not going to give my opinion on it, but please keep a look at every single statue of a female in this game, and I'm sure you'll notice what I'm talking about. Well, as you can see, the data you brought us back points out that the Xians are actually working with an important bandit from the Altioch megalopolis. And this looter knows your mentor, who serves as a middleman. We haven't discovered what they're up to yet, but I sent in the special forces. I will send you on field to eliminate this looter chief, where you'll look for information concerning the links between the Xians and your mentor. My tactical advisor suggested that you should take the identity of a Xian, and use this disguise to help you destroy the urban area. You want me to destroy an urban area? We'll give you extremely powerful explosives so you can destroy part of the megalopolis. Once the attack is committed, it will bring detrimental regards on the Xians. So basically we're dressing up as the Xians and blowing up an urban area to make the Xians look bad. The operation is critical. It will allow us to explore the shadows which blind us. Gear up, report back, and when you're ready to deploy. We're also coming here to discover something about our mentor and his link to the Xians. I don't know. While we're loading, we can swing our sword at Rimana. That was pretty funny. Good thing we hit the loading screen before he decided to pull out all of his guns and kill us. So, that's a lot on the story there. There's a lot to say. My voice is actually starting to go out. But it's just so exciting. I mean, there's so much meaning behind everything, and it makes me so sad that really I can't explain all of it. This guy looks like a federal. Hey, buddy. Here's my headset. Hey, buddy, I've been waiting for you for a while. What do you want? Listen, I work for the Secreta just like you. I have information. If it's true, give me the password. That's the correct password. The federal police is trying to lure you to the upper section where we are. Someone gave them the heads up that you'd be coming. Be careful. And they know where we are right now? No, they just know you're somewhere in the vicinity, and they're looking for you. Yeah. So, someone tipped off the Federals. I would troll so hard if it was our mentor. I never read what that console said. I'm sorry. It's my habit of just clicking through it. Really, this is just a filler mission. Nothing really happens storyline-wise. Let's go with an assault gun just for fun. Okay, I gotta make sure I pick the right one. Yeah, this one. We're gonna be rolling in with light armor. Nah, we'll be rolling in with medium. Going with the double handgun, that might be fun. Alright, let's do this! So the double handguns, something you haven't seen yet, are, as you would imagine, double handguns. They're pretty weak. Not a whole lot of firepower, but they get the job done. Fun thing to do sometimes is to set them on automatic mode where you can do that. They reload fairly quickly. They're just nice to have for backup. Assault guns are your middle guns. They have a little bit of everything. Probably the biggest thing they're lacking is armor piercing. But there are, as far as I know, really only like 3 guns in the game that have armor piercing. But as you might imagine, they have a nice balance of range, power. They can be fired automatically, or you can switch them over to single fire mode. They have a little bit of a scope. They have decent accuracy. They're just the middle gun. Good for any situation. What's this? Another I flunky? How's it going, buddy? So this guy flunked out of I? What are you doing here? I thought there were no more scavengers in this area. Chill out, pal. You know we ain't that bad. Yeah, sure. You loot and you destroy cities full of... Well, he has some kind of philosophical debate with you about destroying things and whether we're really right or who's really right. And, you know, honestly, we're going to get a mission later where we have to kill him, so we're going to do that. Don't give me that look. It's a mission. Anyway, we could take the obvious front entrance, but we're going to take this entrance instead. Alright, let's sneak around here. There's going to be looters all over this place. Although the feds got a tip-off that they know we're here. So we got to watch out for them too. Ah, here's a transcom that we can get rid of. Or maybe we're supposed to hack it. There's a couple things we can do here. We could do the transcom thing. We could ask a federal police officer to corrupt the police or something. You know, typical police corruption stuff. We could hack this thing, or we could perform an assassination. I think performing the assassination is more fun, but since we're here, we might as well just hack this thing and get it over with. Wait, did it not count? Yeah, it counted. Okay. Be careful, the federal troops have spotted you and they're going to siege your position. The trick here, friends, is just to get out quickly. The faster you get out, the fewer federal troops there are. It doesn't tell you, but once you reach this point here, or maybe it's a little farther out, yeah, right there. Good job. Go back to the console for further instructions. Yeah, so you will get sieged there. There will be tons of federal troops who come in and attack you, but really the strategy is just leave so that you don't get swamped. Alright, Agent, your mission doesn't end here. You have to find the underground and find the looter's head computer console. Then you'll just shoot the looter, Lieutenant, if it's not already done. When it's done, plant the 3 bombs to conceal our operations, and lure the Xi'an so that they will be considered as terrorists. Yeah, like I said, it's a filler mission. Not like there's anything wrong with that. In fact, I kind of wish there were a few more filler missions. I know there's 21 levels in this game, but one playthrough you'll probably only go through, like, you know, maybe... How many? 12 levels? Maybe? I don't know. Actually, 21 levels doesn't even sound right either. Feels more like there's 15. I thought I read somewhere that there was 21. Well, anyway, basically because there's multiple endings to the game, you won't hit all the maps at once. And so the game, well, I have definitely logged a lot of time, a lot of fun hours into this game. The campaign itself is pretty short. At the same time, I guess because I really wish we had already beaten the game, because I want to talk so much about the cyclical nature of the campaign, but because you do go through the storyline a bunch. They wanted the storyline to be short because otherwise it would be a pain to go through the storyline over and over again. Okay, I can never do this. You're supposed to go down, but we have to go up. Ah, here we go. You have to go up before you can go down. Oh, you're a jerk. This guy will talk to us. He'll put us on a quest. To set up... Yeah, I never read why he wants us to set these things up, but we're setting up transmitters all over the place. Frankly, because you have to plant bombs all over the place anyway, I just do his job because we're gonna be going everywhere anyway. Might as well put up his transmitters. This level will be known later as a